Hello YouTube and welcome to the High Sparrow. I'm back today with another Game of Thrones Season 8 video, and today we will take a look at Season 8 Episode 3, The Long Night. Now, this episode was probably the most highly anticipated one of the entire season, much due to the Battle of Winterfell and some kind of climax with the Night King. It didn't live up to my expectations, I'm afraid, but we will start off with what I like about this episode. First and foremost, the visuals were fantastic, as always when there's a battle in Game of Thrones. And the most stunning scene was definitely the dragons fighting in the air. I also enjoyed the music by Ramin Djawadi, as well as the initial scenes in which different characters prepared nervously for the upcoming battle. Another thing that was well thought out and executed was Melisandre telling Arya to kill the Night King by tying back to the line from Season 3, where she said that Arya will shut blue eyes forever. Alright, so that was my positive take on the episode. Now let's head over to some negative criticism. First off, the Dothraki charge at the beginning of the battle didn't make complete sense to me from a tactical point of view. I mean, I get that the Dothraki are most effective as an attacking force, and that it looked both cool and creepy when the fire from their burning rocks went out one after one. But it would make more sense to position the Dothraki on the flanks and use them to attack the Whites from both sides as the Whites attack the rest of the army defending Winterfell. Because you don't want to divide your forces if it isn't necessary, and if you do, then the Dothraki will just die and come back as Whites. Furthermore, I feel like the amount of main characters dying was way too low considering how the battle played out. For instance, almost every character fighting was overwhelmed by Whites at one point or another. The most obvious example was Jon Snow, who should have been dead after the Battle of Winterfell. After confronting the Night King, he was surrounded by hundreds, if not thousands, of Whites, but still managed to fight them off until Dany arrived with Drogon. Later on, as Jon tried to get to the Winterfell Godswood, Viserion prevented him from reaching Bran and the Night King by blasting dragonfire towards Jon. And, in my opinion, Jon has to die in order for this to make sense, considering that Jon more or less was engulfed in dragonfire, and as proven by Harren the Black in Harrenhal during Aegon's conquest, dragonfire does melt castle walls and destroy those within them. Lastly, I would like to share my opinion on the Night King's death. I have no problem with Arya being the one to kill him, but I do question the fact that he was killed by Valyrian steel, but immune to dragonfire, since Valyrian steel is forged in dragonfire. Although creating Valyrian steel also does require magic and of course raw material from Valyria, the Night King dying from a Valyrian steel weapon is not completely inconceivable, but it still doesn't make complete sense to me. And the Night King's death also seemed way too easy and anticlimactic. So I doubt that the third big twist in the series, with Hodor's origin and Shireen's death being the other two, will involve the Night King in some way. We still have 3 more episodes to go, but the chance that we will get some more clarification on the origin and the motivation of the White Walkers, it decreased a lot after episode 3. Alright folks, that was all for this review. Please leave a like and subscribe for more Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire videos. #WhatTheFuckSalami.